G'day viewers. If there are any, there are some. Cool. We're going to have a look at Niddertalbahn. Did I say that right? I don't know. Who cares? I do. Maybe. Anyway, we're going to look at the 628 up front. I picked a particular service because I like the light. 3683. We're going to do custom weather. And we're going to do it in March, I think. Yes. And we're going to do light clouds. Damn it, went past it. Okay. Oops, might help if this was up here. That probably works better, doesn't it? The mic is on. Good stuff. Welcome, folks. Hello, Lexic Dark. Looking forward to some Hess scenery, says Lexic Dark. Well, here we go. Let's get this thing set up and ready to roll. First set of forwards, instrument lights, train lights, power, headlights, brake key over there somewhere. Turn the brake key. Ooh, sorry about that. Alright, now we're ready to have a look outside at the Minty Fresh Green 628 diesel multiple unit. And we've got two of them stuck together in this service. I picked this service deliberately because it starts in the early dawn, and as we travel, it's going to get light. Hello, Patriel61. How are you? Hope people are well. Looks like we've got a few viewers. Good to see. Safety systems now. Better go turn on some safety systems, hadn't I? Then we'll take a walk through the train while we wait, because it'll be a little while yet. Let's turn on PZB, and will I turn on CIFA? Nah, actually, I don't turn on CIFA. CIFA is just annoying when you're streaming. This is the red section. This is the poor people section of the train. We come through here into the middle bit. It will get quieter now as we go into the second car, because there's no engine in the second car. More poor people section. That's where I sit. I'd be sitting there. Yeah, go on. Yep, good. And in here we have the rich people section, otherwise known as first class. Shall we try a first class seat? Why not? Curious. And then we have the other cab, of course. Little area for... not sure what, actually. But anyway, there's seats there. And the other cab. Very quiet in this end, because it's basically a cab car. Ooh, it's time to move, time to move, time to move. Get up the front, get up the front. Hello, Stefan. Does Train Sim World have proper night sky with actual stars? Yes, well, actual pixels, but they represent stars. I think I set everything up. So, release brakes and signal the, wait for it, the clown horn. And away we go. Just take this into the platform, then we'll have a little while to explore the platform, because we sit in the platform anyway for a little while. I've been having fun with the 628 for a little while now, and I quite like it. Hello, Facundo. How are you? Sorry, I missed you there for a moment. Bring this little beast into the platform, and then we shall have a look around at Stockholm. Alright, let's get our doors open, and let's go have a look around. As you do. Nice purple sky. I was wandering around here before, trying to find collectibles. The game might be a little loud. I'll turn it down just a little bit. There we go. Trying to find collectibles at this station. I didn't actually find any, but you never know. Maybe we will. Not there. We have empty bicycle racks. You can often get out into the street on Niddertalbahn, which I quite like. There's limits to how far you can go. And you can come out here and annoy cars. Go on, honk at me. Go on, go on. Aha! Alright, you can go. You can walk around quite a bit of this route, which is good fun. Another train sitting up there. some miscellaneous parking, and cars that are pretty much all above the dirt. Oop, hang on. Now you get out of the way. Oh, I thought he was a floater, but maybe he's not. Or maybe he is. It's hard to tell. I think that one's a floater. Back up to the station because it's almost time to go, nearly. Can we get in this way? I'm not sure. Find out. Ooh, what's that? A window. I was hoping that was some kind of poster or something. Oh, I can't climb the ladder. Sad. Now, I know I've got some Germans in the audience. I'm tipping that says don't cross the bloody tracks, right? Something like that. Hello, New York, Texas Railroad. How are you? We're having a look at Niddertalbahn. Miscellaneous box. It's always good to have a miscellaneous box. Point levers. These are cool. No, I don't want to give it up. It's not time to go yet. You have to admit those point levers are just cool. Well, I do anyway. Nice night lighting on this one. No chance of injecting your needle drugs under this light. We should probably go and get back on our train, shouldn't we? Nice signal box over there. It's very cool. Down we go. It's nice and shiny. Metal. Jump in our train, because in 4 seconds we're supposed to leave. I wouldn't want the first train to be late. Close doors. And off we go. Hello, BG. Now, I know I often say when we're playing this game that German trains don't honk the horn. Well, guess what? On Niddertalbahn they do. And not only does our train honk the horn every time we see the appropriate sign, but some of the AI ones do as well. Granted, it's a single track route, so you don't see that much AI, but, you know, it's all good. As we leave for Glauberg. And these little P signs here mean honk your horn. And that signal is green. We're allowed to release on the PZB. It's not actually PZB though, it's Indussi. It's the older version of it. Full level crossings, and these do operate. The level crossings have a slightly less than 1% chance of failure every time they run. And if they don't work, you have to acknowledge the lack of a flashing light with Indussi and then go and activate the crossing manually. So I hope you guys like a good sunrise, because we should get one. Probably in the next 15 minutes or so. As we run through the Enchanted Forest. I'll just be quiet in a moment. You can hear the 628 idle past. Two diesels operating there. Sound occlusion works properly. Can we go faster yet? We can go faster yet. We're allowed to go to the maximum speed of this route, which is 60 kilometers an hour. It is a neat feature. Let me turn off that marker. I might turn off the HUD too. We don't really need it, since I'm not running CIFA. Let's cruise along. This is the first route that's got some features that we've been asking for a long time, like failures. And I guess they can do it because it is a single track route, so if the dispatcher gets a bit behind, it doesn't really matter. So if this white light wasn't flashing, I would have to stop for the next crossing. And we should be coming into a station now, so I should probably slow down a bit. The stations look like houses. I just need to point that out for you. Coming into one now. And they just look like any other big building in the town. The towns look really nice. There's a lot of new assets in here. People are still train sim people. They're a bit weird, as they always are. We have floating leaves. Cool. Oh, I'm sure you've managed to make one of those, Stefan. Stefan says that he doesn't believe that a train sim with a single track running that actually works. Stefan is the maker of Midland Line in New Zealand. Milk bottle. Oh, hey. Milk bottles turn into things. Some roses in that case. I don't think you're a collectible. Let's go for a little wander around the station. Why not? Oh no, I've parked across the crossing. What a mean human. If you need to activate or deactivate a crossing, there's these little key things here. So you can turn them on and off, which is quite a neat addition. I quite like it. Thunder. I didn't ask for thunder. I wanted light clouds. Are the ladders collectible? No. I have to admit I haven't paid much attention to the collectibles while I was beta testing this route. G'day mate, ticket please. Ticket. Alright, I'll give me a ticket then. You can ride anyway, I don't mind. This is Deutschebahn, the free railway. Am I going to stream the new B and A route in TSC? That's Boston and Albany. I certainly will when I actually get hold of it. I have not got hold of it yet. There's also... Is this public knowledge? I'm pretty sure it is. The Durango. Rio Grande. Rio Grande! Looking forward to that. Haven't seen it, because I wasn't one of its beta people, but I want it. So yes, TSC content will be coming our way as soon as I actually get access to it. That door was rendering open for a moment, wasn't it? And then it closed. Naughty door. There's a big stack of tractor poo. That's those round things over there. They're tractor poo. The tractor goes along and eats the grass and poos out round things. We're doing some spirited running. As the sky brightens, we're in the less foliaged area, or it wouldn't be more foliaged if it wasn't winter. I suppose that's one downside of picking March, isn't it? We don't get to see so much foliage, but we'll get to see that tick. Because as soon as the dawn breaks, we'll jump into a service from the other end. So you can see what it looks like green. Well, actually, I guess you've already seen that, because we had the Dovetail stream, didn't we? Which showed us everything was green. I too, Facundo, would like to see more single track routes. I quite like them. Here's a Manuel crossing. Andreas, yes, there's a slightly less than 1% chance that any crossing will randomly not work and you have to stop and close it yourself. And we've got slightly less vegetation than you've seen on the Dovetail preview stream because I'm running in winter. Because I wanted to see the dawn. And my grand plan tonight is to run this service. See, if those white flashing lights aren't flashing, then you have to acknowledge it and stop for the crossing. That's how you know whether the crossing's working or not. And my grand plan is to run this service, and then... or run part of this service, and then we'll run part of another one starting at the other end. And I'll run that one with the full foliage. Quite a nice little train. This is the mighty 628. I can attest that it's quite quick if you put it onto, say, ooh, mine's Kablens. Now, there are a couple of things to watch out for it at the moment. If you're playing a scenario, avoid moving this brake handle before you get the brake key in. For some bizarre reason in scenarios it's unlocked, it's not in services, and you can actually get stuck. Welcome to Nin Time. The big scary tree. This is actually the first time I've run this in dark or partial dark. Says he, taking a chance wildly. We wait for our invisible people to get onto the train through the not real doors. That's awesome of you, V for Vitty. If you're not aware of memberships, if you set yourself so that you will accept gifts on this channel, then you'd get a membership. And hello, Henry. Welcome. Hello. Oh, BG. You've been up since silly o'clock. Ooh. Yes. Well, I've been up rather a long time too. I think I headed out for work about 13 hours ago. So it's a bit late. All right, I'm going to be quiet while it takes off so you can hear it. I do quite like the sound of this one, and being an old railway, it has clacky tracks. Now, I don't know how TSG teased this rich sound out of the only 16 channels you get for train sim locos, but they've done a very good job. I'm going to show you the flowers, and I got thrown up in the air. There we go, flowers. Thank you for gifting all those people, V for Vitty. That is awesome. And all the people that received gifts there. BG, Dave Randall, Matt Bug, Stuart James, Lolbit, Trainster, Joachim, and Lexic Dark. You don't have to worry too much about slowing down to 85 kilometers an hour in this thing because you're already doing it. Thank you very much, V. It's highly appreciated. As we come into Altenstadt, Hesse. Sun's starting to break through. Not meeting another train here clearly this time. It is perfectly okay to open the door on both sides of the platform. At places like this. SIT, a membership... Oops, I should probably stop. A membership it means you're a member of the channel, and it means that you would be able to see members-only content, which... What I'm planning on doing with some things is putting them up for members a couple of days in advance and then changing them to public afterwards. And I have got quite a few members now, so it's certainly worth doing it. If anybody wants to jump out and explore a station, I am happy to run late. So we can certainly do that. Hello, Daniel Robert Jowett. I zoomed in just in time to see the semaphore move then. Love the way they bounce. Oh, you're not a bit dumb at all. And the person that gifted it was V for Vitty. That's the second time he's done that. I am feeling better, thank you. Yeah, I just had a monstrous headache the other day, and I was like, I can't stream when I'm like this. The semaphores are impressive, V. They really are. That was a bit weird. I think we crossed into another dimension there briefly. I do believe the clock stopped ticking for a moment there. I don't know if you guys know, but Unreal Engine is a time-slicing engine. And when things like that happen, it's gone off and done something. Might be garbage collecting memory or something like that, but it just wanders away and does its own thing for a little while. And then it comes back and says, hey, you can have your clock ticks back now if you want. I finished with them. And you kind of go, well, thanks a lot. Actually, thinking of Unreal, who has seen the demonstration of the procedural and... what do they call it? Interactive flora and fauna in 5.3. Amazing. Coming into Hoxt Nidder. Stefan asks, over here a semaphore wouldn't change till the whole train was passed. Most semaphores I'm used to actually change when the front of the train goes past if they're automatic. If they're manual, normally the signalman will wait because the semaphore is probably locking the points. Let's see how good the brakes are. And the answer is too good because we're going to stop too early. Patriotal61 says, how good is this? We stopped a bit early, but let's not let that worry us. Patriotal says, how good is this route compared to a normal DTG route? Is a good question. I must just point out I am running an early release version, so don't panic if it pauses and things. It can also be calling home to Mama to do the telemetry to tell her what I'm doing. And it logs about 6,000 lines per second of all the stuff I'm doing. Yeah, at Hoxt Nidder. some blackberries. Anybody hungry? Nom nom nom. Clearly autumn. Better go back in the cab. I think this is probably the most enjoyable one I've had for a while, answering the question. Because it's highly detailed, and the train's really cool. Daniel Robert Jowett says, good to hear. He's just been enjoying playing the Loco add-on bundle 2. I have to admit, I'm quite liking the 37 in that bundle. I can do without another SD70 ACE, but I'm sure I'll do a Cajon Pass stream at some point. I'm sure someone will twist my arm and I'll go and do it. Right up there. So my other half dropped something on the stairs then, but she's okay. So it's alright. Stefan asked, did they import TLC tile loading into TSW? It feels like it at the moment. Next crossing, please. This weekend I'm on the real trains. I'm doing a almost 12-hour shift on the diesel at Puff for Thomas the Tank Engine. Ooh, gratuitous bridge shut. Let's get in the right place. That'll do. And one of those. These are cool signals too, the outer homes. And I am going just a little bit quick, and we have to slow down up here because we're coming into Aiken. Aiken for a station stop. Slow down a lot because PZB will bite me otherwise. Stefan asked, that it makes sense. We pretty much only had manuals, what I'm used to. And Facundo says, what's the release time for this DLC? For consoles, I think it's out right now. I think it's just gone out. And for Steam, it will be in about 5 hours or so. And I think Microsoft Store I think that comes out with consoles, and Epic comes out about the same time as Steam. New York Texas Railroad says they should have done an SD70 Mac. That'd be cool. We haven't got one of those. Pretty good brakes. Let's open up both sides. Let's have a wander around Aiken. Let's go have a look. Giant counterweights for the signalling system. When the points and things change, you actually see all this stuff move, which is really cool. A few people hanging around over there. That sounded like a rooster. See if we can find some collectibles around somewhere. Not sure about these ones, but you can often go upstairs. Not these ones. But there's lots of stairs you can actually climb up. Like on the signal boxes and things. Jump in this end. Why not? Tickets. Tickets, please. Tickets, tickets, tickets. Extra for you. You've got a ponytail. Tickets, please. Tickets. G'day there. How you doing? Got a ticket? Good. Tickets, please. Didn't we see you up the other end? Sure we did. Oh, we better go drive this thing. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Poorhouse. Hello, the train guy. Welcome. Lots of new faces today. Great to see. I think I see what's making all the noise. There's a bird up there. It's animated. How cool are you? Excellent. Gotta like that. Train guy is Luca. Very good. New channel. How cool that there's an owl. I didn't know there was an owl. There is a tortoise. There is definitely a tortoise on this route. Just saying. Hiding in the forest. Andrew says it's out on Xbox. Yep, it definitely should be. Speed him up. Lovely pink sky. My frame rate at the moment. That's not looking that happy. That's not that happy. What else is my computer doing right now? I bet you it's doing Windows updates or something horrible. I have got a accessing light going mental on my computer, so I'm tipping I'm in the middle of Windows updates. Oh, what a good time for it. Nice reflective water with the sky there. Yes, train guy, we get it. You're Luca. Well done. This is the creepy forest. Or it would be a forest if it wasn't in winter. Look at these big branches reaching out over you. I'm going to grab you. One of the scenarios comes into this forest and does quite cool things. I won't spoil it for you. So, the route's set in 1992, and it is in the state of Hessen, in the newly reunified Federal Republic of Germany. And it's a rural line between Bad Vilbel and Stockheim. Just going to minimize some stuff. Try and figure out what my computer's actually doing right at the moment, because it's doing something that it shouldn't be. And of course, when I start this, of course, no, Task Manager opened on the right window. That's fine. It's eating everything. Yeah, certainly some resource gobbling going on, but it's not completely clear. Oh, I know what it is. It's bloody Creative Cloud. Gah. I thought I killed that crap. Anyway. That was lucky. Come back to look and see we've got PZV. It's actually Creative Cloud that's updating itself right now. Very handy of it. Should probably slow down for that 40. So we held into Heldenbergen-Windecken. This is the first slightly more modern signalling on the route. We're going to play the ghostly scenario tonight, because it's a lot of fun. I really like it. Forgot there was a hill here and slowed down just a little bit too much. Yes, the resource goblin is certainly gobbling away, that's for sure. I think it's getting better, though. Yeah, it is. Hopefully the update doesn't do anything else silly. There's another one. Ooh, wait, it's not. That's another train. Please bear in mind you only see those trains if you've also got Koblenz Mines Link Roadstrekker. They layer in from that one. Are you praying to get a community tab, Luca? Welcome to Heldenbergen-Windecken, one of the biggest stations on the route. Whorehouse says he wasn't going to buy this one today. Have you changed your mind? B for Vitty says he's having micro stutters on the Xbox Series X lately. Only experienced on the latest 3 DLCs. Yeah, I've had micro stutters on PC. It got better when TSW3 first came out. When they took away save, it got better. When they brought back save, it went back to the way it was. No religion in the stream, please, the train guy. It's a good way to get a timeout. And SIT is so excited for MML. I think a lot of people are hanging out for that one. We're about to leave the main line here, so we don't get to see it for very long. Let's have a quick look around while we're here. Got our larger station buildings. I'm guessing that's a signal box. This is quite cool. It's a dedicated asset just for this route. It's quite pleasant. Time to get back onto the little route, though. Off we go. Paulhouse says they never showed it at night unless you missed that part. Yeah, it is quite nice. I like it. I'm deliberately showing it in winter because I wanted this sky. And because I wanted to show what it's like without leaves on it. Because I reckon it's cool. You can also get snow if you go further into winter. We'll have to wait and see, Patriotal61. Through the little tunnel. I did watch a cab ride on this route, and I have to say they're fairly accurate. Not 100%, but it's pretty good. There's lots of the features that you see along the route, you recognise them in the cab ride video, so I was quite happy with that. Lots of the foliage does encroach on the train. That's quite deliberate. And in lots of places there's grass growing in the tracks, and for a change we want it. The train guy, did I know I got a shout out in the official TSW channel stream? On this one? Yeah, it's because I said they had 11 good features, not 10. I'm being naughty and going too fast again, aren't I? Oop. And we have to stop at Windecken. And we've gone past Windecken. Ooh, I didn't even recognise it was a station. We're going back. We're going back, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, passengers. It's your driver here. My apologies. I stuffed that up. We're just going to go back, so don't mind us all. We'll be fine. Just wait for the brakes to release, and then we will head back. I believe the trees used on this route are actually a different kind of tree to the ones that we're used to. It's a different Unreal asset. So hopefully we'll see them on more routes in the future, because I quite like them. Now, can I... Yeah, I'll get to stop at the station before I run through that signal, so that's good. Maybe not that one. I hope I didn't stuff this up. I may have stuffed this up. Oh no, it's only an outer home. That's okay. I Nebworthed it. No one used the command though. What are you doing, people? You didn't use the command. Catching up with chat. Patriot Poorhouse asks what's MML. That is Midland Mainline. Thank you for explaining that. That's near enough. It's always funny being in the middle of a wire. And Andrew Covelston says Series X stuttering on the Bremen route, newest route you have. Yeah, it's not cool if you're getting stuttering. Maybe the PCs have infected you, but we've had a little bit of stuttering for a long time. Back into forwards. There is a command. What's this? Did I put it back in forwards? I did. We're all good. But I am in monitoring now, so I'll have to behave myself. Off we go again. There's a few commands that make Nightbot tell me off. If I completely get it wrong, you can also use this one. Yeah, this one's happy again now. Ever since the Creative Cloud thing stopped doing its thing. And Patriotl61 thinks he would have spelt it wrong. Oh, you're doing alright, mate. I'm glad yours plays smoothly, Poorhouse. That's good. And the train guy, Luca, has to go in 35 minutes. We'll miss you so much, Luca. Nightbot likes trains, clearly. Don't we all? It's kind of why we're here. Gratuitous bridge shot. Actually, there's no point in me doing screenshots for Dovetail Live because they won't upload anyway from this version. V asks, do I know by any chance if the stuttering could be related to the number of DLCs installed? Oops. Slow down. It's a good question. I don't really know. I've got about, I don't know, maybe 12 installed at the moment. So I don't have a heap of them. We're crawling up to Buddersheim. I'm just going to pop out here so we can watch the signals flop, because it's just so cool. Timed that well. The AI continues off the map, Andreas, but I think there are some services you can turn around. And per Midbo Thorsby, is this early access? Yes, it is. So the public Steam version, which was what I would normally be playing, will be out in about 5 hours, I guess, 4 hours, something like that. But it's out now on console, so if you play on Xbox or if you play on PlayStation, you can get it right now. Console people have the luck of getting it first. And I have to say, I really do enjoy it. I know there are people that say I have to say that because I'm an ambassador, but you know, if I'm not enjoying the route, you're not going to see me running it. So I quite like this one. I love the way that people jump out. It's like, yay! And Patriotal61 says, is it to do with the number of DLCs the add-on manager should help? Hopefully. Yeah, I do have about 20 DLCs installed at the moment because I've been playing with Loco Bundle and other things, so I've put in all the routes for that. I normally do try and minimize what DLCs I have. Train Guy wishes he had Train Sim World. I think we should watch another signal, don't you? Not sure if I'll be able to do it on the 8 camera or not, but can I do it on the 8 camera? Ooh. You can bring the lamps down. So the lamp comes down so you can work on it. You light it up. Hopefully I don't crash my train not watching it. Put it back up the top now. There we go. Back up the top. Let's go back to the train. Who's going a bit quick? Naughty train. As we come into Killianstaden, or Killianstaden, I'm not quite sure how to say that. Do I know how expensive it is? That's actually an excellent question. I believe it's the standard route price. And I think it is worth it, because there's a lot of gameplay in it, and it's spectacular to look at. When we're looking at it in winter and it looks cool. Chance check and see if there actually is a price on Steam yet. I hesitate to give prices because it's different everywhere in the world, and my prices are in Australian dollars. This crossing is working, which is good. Cute little station here, surrounded by grain silos and things. Trying to catch up with this. Yeah, they have released the PS5 add-ons manager, not for PS4 as yet. And Ped Midbo Thorsby, he's asked the price. Let me just load up Steam and I'll have a look as soon as I'm stopped. So whatever the standard route price is for you is what it'll be. Wake up. I think I've got a browser on this side. I do. I'm just looking to see if it's actually come up on Steam yet or not. Nope. Has not come up on Steam with a price yet. But the other routes are normally, for me, they're normally 54 Australian dollars. So yeah, 29's about right, Poorhouse. All the platforms are going to get the load manager. Let's stand over here and watch it come through the bridge. So everybody is getting the load manager, and it is a normal price. There's no pre-sales on this one. Poorhouse says he enjoys every route. Don't have some more. Has over 20. The train guy says he bought TSW and TSC DLCs. I actually still buy quite a lot of the old TSC DLCs because I like them. When they come out in sales, I get them. Hi, Florian. I am feeling much better, thank you. That's something I could do. Something I could do. Let me just find something on Drive. Because, you know, I haven't done something like chuck a random key in the chat for a long time. Let me see if I've got some. Let's see what I've got. There we go. If you've got Train Sim Classic, be the first one to activate this if you want the 5-circle route. Let me know if you can activate that. That's a key for 5-circle route on Train Sim Classic. As we head into Oberdorffelden. Yeah, there's no pricing on Steam yet, Michael Leahy. I agree. Hard to recognise stations on this route. There it is. Have you been naughty, the train guy? No one's bullying you. Hello, Cat. Welcome. I want to try something, just because I haven't done it. Jump out here and go... Maybe that one. There you go. I got it open. And then put it back on again. Teasing cars. I'm just having fun teasing cars, don't mind me. In we get. Why are you crying in the corner, the train guy? So we go off to Niddertalbahn, I guess. As usual, I fully apologise for butchering German names. I'm not going to pretend to be any good at German names. I try, but I'm not going to pretend to be any good. This actually quite reminds me... Whoops. Bit of a PZB thing there. Bit of a gaff, missing that. Its route actually quite reminds me of the rural Japanese routes. Let me know if you do get that key, because it's good to know someone got it. And if no one gets it, then I'll give it to someone else. Says he, madly braking, going, oh yeah, station. Does have great brakes. Coming into the much brighter light now. Let's have a look around this station, because this one's another one with some nice buildings. I like the strength of the light and the shadows that we get in the early morning and late afternoon light now. This is actually my favourite light in Train Sim World 3. I mean, you guys know that I'm not that enamoured with the middle of the day light. I think it's a bit bright. I'm just waiting for all these people to get in because, you know, they're still going along. I've got to be nice. It's $39.99 Pool House. Okay. And that's US? Sounds about right because it's 54 Australian. 54.99. Off we go to Grono Hess. We are most of the way through now. It's a very forgiving train too, so if you happen to get an emergency brake or something like that, when you release the brakes, the train just drives again. It's really cool. You know, the train guy, you could actually submit that code to Steam on the phone. Just go to steampowered.com and say activate a game. Stefan agrees that this nice morning and evening sun looks best. In the middle of the day is not so good. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the middle of the day. To the point that I actually avoid it, to be honest. Because you look at the coloration here and it's rich and it's really pretty. And then in the middle of the day it'll just be bright and glary. And yeah, I know in the middle of the day in reality it's bright and glary, but your eyes don't see it that way. Your camera might, but your eyes don't. Off to Grono. Oh no, it's Grono. This corner is where my favourite bug was. It's been fixed. There was, you see the telephone poles on the right hand side there. There was one smack in the middle of the track, but about 10 metres above it. You got the key. Fantastic, per Midbow Thorsby. Well done. Enjoy 5 Circle. Yeah, we do get a bit of shiny ballast sometimes, Stefan. Could do without that. The scenarios in this are quite imaginative, and we'll play one when we finish this, and we're not too far off the end now. But here's one of the cool things is that the scenarios don't take all that long. So this one's not flashing, but it doesn't actually have a magnet, so I don't know if we acknowledge it, but that probably means the level crossing's not working at Gronow. Because it's not flashing. So we'll see. When you drive through these cuttings at night, the 628 has the good old-fashioned barely light up your hand type headlights. And it is so creepy driving through here in the dark. All this foliage reaching into you. It's very interesting. Imagine living here, sitting on your balcony, watching trains all day. All of us would be happy. Lots of normal people, maybe not. Welcome to Grunau. Let's go and visit the people of Grunau. Oh, they're all wanting to come in. Train sim world passengers are so funny. They're all just crashing into me. They're not going to get seats. Going into a 30 kilometers an hour zone. Train guy, I use OBS. And it's the real open source OBS, not slobs. And if you do use OBS, think about contributing to the project. Whether it's coding skills or testing skills or popping some money into it. Anything's useful for the outcomes we all want. Oh, this one started flashing, so the crossing is going to work by the looks of it. We'll just go slow. Just be careful. Have to do 30 anyway. Crossing is running, which is fine. Actually not sure if we're allowed to do 60 yet. We are. Just a quick check of the HUD there. Oh, enjoy yourself per Medbo Thorsby. Good to meet you. Enjoy 5 Circle. So we head towards Bad Vilbel. The train guy also uses OBS apparently, but he doesn't have the right video card. SIT, who I saw, apologised earlier because he's not talking because he's playing TSW3, and why not? I actually often watch other people's streams when I'm playing the game too. The only thing I try and do, if someone's playing a German train, I try not to play a German train because the sounds of PZB going off and things, you go, oh, what's going on my train? But it's not you, it's the other one. .9 Ks to Bad Vilbel. Now this thing doesn't have any kind of dynamic brake, so you're on your own with the air brakes. Matt Bug says he doesn't normally go for German content, but he's tempted by this one. I quite like it. Little abandoned siding there. It's nice to see some overgrown track. That just reminds me of the railway I work on. 120. Sure. SIT is playing the new add-on Loco from Southeastern. That's cool. The 37. Now, I've played it a bit this week. I kind of like it, I have to admit. But I'm a bit of a sucker for an old thrash diesel, to be honest. So that's probably why I like it. On our way into Bad Vilbel. Got to be a little bit careful coming into Bad Vilbel because sometimes you go into a stub platform. It's good to come in here slowly. SIT would love to be a train driver. Well, I work on a heritage railway. It's a lot of fun. We're not going into the stub platform this time. The stub platform's this one just up here. And sometimes you go in there and it's a bit of a surprise and it's like, well, I need to stop. So this one's going to continue beyond. If you go into that stub platform, you can actually turn it around and wait for it to start again. But I think it's about 20 minutes or 25 minutes before the next one goes. How would I rate Spirit of Steam? It's an interesting question. I think it's getting better. I like the animation. I like what they've managed to achieve. Timing of chuffs and trains. I like the steam from cylinder cocks and the like. I wish the physics was a little bit better for driving the train. Doesn't worry me that you can't do manual firing because I do manual firing in real trains. So am I interested in doing it in pretend trains? Not on your life. When they do bring it out, I'll test it, of course. There we go. So this train would be continuing on. So it should get a AI driver in a moment. It is going to Frankfurt. Probably won't see it leave though. No, we won't. But if I go continue and go return to free roam, we might actually see it leave. See it get an AI driver and nick off. So let's see if we do. Oh, it's letting people in again. This train guy says 10 out of 10 for him just because of the steam train. Fair enough. It is fun working on a heritage railway. It's you need the same qualifications as working on any other railway, though. I was showing a co-worker the other day because I was relatively amused that I'm actually more highly qualified in my rail job, which is my hobby, my volunteer rail job, than I am in my real job. It's kind of funny. Now, it closed the doors, I think, so maybe it'll leave. There it goes. It hasn't got a driver. It's an automatic train, clearly. And it's good to see that the AI driver's like me and drives it before the brakes have completely released. Did you not see that? That ghost stole my train. Oh well, let's go hunt collectibles. Maybe there's some down here. Down the Ozgang. Can't go down the stairs. That's tedious. What if I want to go down the stairs? You look sad. You okay? Yeah. Big collectible in there. I'm looking out for milk bottles. I know there are other collectibles on the route. This is the little stub platform that catches you by surprise sometimes. So you come flying in here at 60 odd kilometers an hour and then realize, uh-oh, got to stop. Anyway, let's go and run the scenario. that I want to run. So back to the main menu. Yeah, just thinking about what DLC I have installed. I think it's all good. It is all good. And Glimpse into the Future is the one I want to run. And this is with the 365. Yes, I tell you, I like the sound of the 37 too. It's just a nice old thrash machine that's been modernised. So it's kind of cool. Caleb Keppel, hello. That's cool. Hey there, driver. Sorry to call you out, but another driver has reported a strange light on the line by Buddhisheim, so we need you to go check it out. Okay. Let's take this loco, the blue one. So jump into 365 and go and check it out. Okay. It's always a bit funny on the 365 when you go backwards and then forwards again. Now, which way are we supposed to go? That's an interesting question. Master switch. That's that one. I'm desperately trying to remember how to drive this. That one? And I think we need to go into forwards would probably help. And I won't turn on PZB with this one. Shouldn't need to cut the brakes in. What about headlights? Do we need headlights? $19.92, Stefan. These Germans are very fashionable. I'm just assuming I'm supposed to go this way and not that way. Because the signals are red that way and they're not red this way. So be prepared for some amusement as we leave Heldenbergen-Windecken and cruise out onto the line. Let's get the other window open as well. So this is the 365. It's very similar to the 363. There's a few changes to it here and there. It does have... do I have any signals? Not for a little while. I'm not going to turn on this, but it does have Indusy, which is the precursor to PZB. So you can turn that on. It's got the radio like the other one does. Apart from that, I think it's more or less the same as the 363. And, of course, it does have that cool motion. Let's go check out this ghost thing. With our little light engine. Don't knock the German techno era. Puffer jackets and fluffy boots. See ya, the train guy. Well, this is an 060 German engine, train guy. And you reckon an 060 German engine tank engine have seen on multiple occasions pulling trains as 1,000 tons? I don't think so. But that's okay. Hello, Ratifus. Welcome. And SIOT is going on a steam train when it opens. Get it run out and get an afternoon tea. Excellent. Lots of birds chirping away. Creeks that just disappear into the ground. It's always good. I keep forgetting it's that funny throttle. Out of the way, people. Stand behind the yellow line that's not there. Cruise along in this lovely, fine summer's morning. How much fun would it be to just go for a cruise in a light engine along here? I always worry that I'll spot children in here. There's wheat on one side and there's corn along the route as well. Oh, there's the corn. Who remembers that movie from the 80s? Children of the Corn. It's run down through the corn. Fortunately, I've never met any, so it's fine. It's all good. Reason to blow the horn, I just felt like it. Stefan said NZR's F060 would do 800 tonnes on the level. Oh, probably. He just likes telling me that 060s are more powerful than anything else. That's his thing. That's just what he likes to tell me. Someone told me these have blurry wheels, but they clearly don't. Slowing down to see what this Go Via is all about. I worry about Go Vias sometimes. That one does mean I have to slow down, I believe. What's that? A red signal? I think I need to back up because I wrecked it by going too far. We have to wait for it to trigger. V for Viti, the Link Rhinestracker stuff all runs on here as AI. You got the 628 and the 365 with the root. I went too far, so I didn't trigger the special effect. Roll back a little more. So we can trigger the spooky effects. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. What's going on? What's that? Oh no, it's fading away. Quick, go and have a look. Alright, we will dutifully go and have a look. We live to obey. Ooh, blackberries. Inspect the area. Hello, my name's Inspector Area. Spooky. It looks so futuristic. It's fading again. Let's get out of here. No one will believe this anyway. Let's go. Having learnt the hard way, always get up the back of the 365. And away we go. I do recommend if you play this scenario, don't turn on PZB. It's a bad idea. More scenarios would always be welcome, SIT. Absolutely. Would never say no to more scenarios. Like me to turn it up, Rattyfuss? Have we lost the plot? Let's just move on. We saw nothing. Nothing, I tell you. Nothing. Get out while you can. That better, Radifus? It's a bit louder now. I can't get enough of those signals. I'm sorry. We go to Niddertalbahn. SIT asks, is doing something wrong on scenario planners, or is just me on the given route, no AI trains, no passengers? You don't get passengers in scenario planner, unfortunately, but the AI trains, you've got to put them on there. So you put your train on, and then you have to put on the AI trains as well. Will we get any more spooky as we cruise along in our light engine? Good, Rattyfish, thank you. You're not useless, SIT. You just didn't know something. You don't know what you don't know. There's a few freight scenarios and passenger scenarios with the route. The water's done quite nicely. More corn. Hello, Rail Label. How are you? Hopefully you're good. Hopefully everyone's good, actually. just seen some spooky signals. Yeah, it can be a good way to play the rail journeys. It takes you on a bit of a guided tour. The other thing you can do, there's a list of really good service runs on the forum. Request away, SIT. There's a place on the Dovetail Games forums for putting in requests for more content that you want to see. As we head for Niddertalbahn. Watch out, man in a red puffer jacket. Oh, it's not good to hear that you've been a little sick. I'm okay currently. Caleb asks, is it weird that he wants to run American locomotives and rolling stock on UK routes like Tees Valley or West Somerset? No. Go right ahead and do it. I've been known to take SD40s into Bakerloo. They don't really fit, but you know, if you just push really hard. It's another signal to watch. We arrive into Niddertalbahn. Their little waddling 060 diesel hydraulic locomotive. SIT, I've got quite a lot of tutorials on my channel. Have a look, there's tutorials for doing everything. Oh no, it's happening again. Let's get out of here. Permission to go faster than line speed. Just go. MM asks, are those fields of farmland changing over the year if you change month for a timetable? Crops gone in winter. Yes, they're gone in winter. We played a winter one before. They do in fact disappear. And Rail Label. Well, I remember you from the last stream, yes. And Poorhouse says, SIT says to Poorhouse he likes scenarios if it's a challenge that makes sense instead of just doing timetable. Yeah, I like scenarios too. I reckon they're cool. But there's quite a lot of timetables that are just as complex and detailed as scenarios. So we're allowed to go faster than line speed, but the joke's on us because we're in a 365 and it can't. Poorhouse agrees, that's why he plays journeys from top to bottom. So don't pick routes like most of them do, they pick the easy routes. And you're welcome, SIT. And if you've got any requests for a tutorial, just sig out and I'll see what I can squeeze into the timetable. Quite a cool effect the way it just disappears into the fog. So we head for Bad Vilbel. Great camera angle, huh? That's better. I should probably put some lights on though. I'm ignoring that 30 speed limit because I got told to go faster than line speed, so I am. There's about 100 countries in Europe rail able, so that doesn't help much. Narrow it down a little. Is it in the EU or not in the EU? I think we just take this one to Bad Vilbel. We do. Hello, Antcraft. I don't have PZB turned on at the moment, or Indusy as this one calls it. Yes, the simple PZB. It is much simpler. I don't have it turned on deliberately in this scenario. It's in the EU. There you go. Ireland. Northern. We're playing the Glimpse of the Future scenario, the ghostly, creepy one. It's certainly bringing on the fog. Oh, you like the Link Run Striker quiz? Cool. I have to do one for this route for Sunday. Yeah, the Sunday streams will have a quiz each week. It's Nordic. Alright, so it could be Finnish, Swedish, Norwegian, Swiss. The fog is nice. Let's still got headlights on now. I'd figure out tail lights, but we're almost there. Caleb says he can't wait to get on my PS5. Bought the BNSF SD75 yesterday and haven't tried it yet. I thought Northern Ireland was in the EU, Ratifus. Or is it the other way round? Is it one? Isn't one of the two of them in the EU? One's in, one's out. Ah, yes, but Switzerland has cheese. Might not be Nordic, but it's got cheese. Bring on the Swiss cheese. Very dense fog. I think I slowed that down just a little bit too early. Shall we take the 628 out for a quick run on Link Run Striker so you can see it go fast? You can tell me the answer if you want to. Unreal Fog is pretty good. It doesn't get hideous JPEG-ish gradients in it. Am I driving with the brakes on? Clearly. I'm just going to go back out here so we can't hear that. You're in Sweden. There you go. Home of IKEA. Lexic Dark says Swissploitation did a recent film called Mad Heidi that was cheese with holes in it. Okay. I hear a 628 idling away in the background there. So what do you think, folks? Do we take the 628 out for a quick run on Link Rhinestrecker? Or do you want to see another run on this route? I won't run a full length because it's almost 11 PM and I have to be at work at 8. Yes, Volvo as well. That 70s car. What was the slogan? Boxy but good. And your mum's name's Heidi, S-I-T. Fair enough. Say hi to your mum. Tell it some weird, creepy guy with a beard from Australia says hello. I'm sure she'll be impressed. I did have the brakes on. I thought I did. No wonder it stops so quickly when I start rolling. Now's the right time to stop, train. And that will be the end of the scenario if the train ever decides to stop. Now I have to go back. Of course I have to go back. These brakes are not very rail driver friendly, I have to say that. Southern Ireland's the one. I thought one of the Irish countries was. Fair enough. Thank you, Retifus. Got one upstairs, mate. I don't need another one. One's enough. I just really hope this was a dream. Let's see. That should be the end of this scenario. We'll have a quick look through the scenarios and timetable. To the main menu. That was from Blues Brothers, Heidi High. So scenarios wise, there are 5. Hugging Trees, which is quite good. Prep Work, which I haven't played yet. Manual Labour. This one, all the level crossings don't work, so you have to go and manually activate all of them. Glimpse in the Future that we just ran through. Sugar Beets you saw on the DTG stream, so it's a little bit of a freight. And timetable-wise, there's a surprising number of services for a single track line. There's a few for the 365, a few freight services. And there's quite a lot of 628 services. Quite a few. Some of them are quite short, so when you're trying to get mastery, if you need to do lots of services, go to the short ones. But the majority of them are just under an hour, and there's a couple of half-hour ones as well. So plenty of services to play. There are some hard scenarios in the game, but you've, I guess, got to balance up what people want to do. So let's just jump in quickly into Link Rhinestrecker, and we will empty stock Bingen to Boppard. That'll do. Worms. How can I miss up a train called Worms? We're doing Worms. Let's see the 628 actually get up to speed. Because it can go quicker. Oh no, it's at night. Ooh, I'm not streaming at night. That never works. It's a bad idea. No Worms for me. I'll have to come back and play that one later. Alright, back on to Link Rhinestrecker, timetable 628. Let's pick one during the day, shall we? Could we get Worms? No, we wouldn't never get Worms in daylight, not at that time. This one will do. Mains RP, HBF, that'll do. And March, that should be fine. That should be daylight. Heidi High was an 80s British sitcom, indeed. I think, who else sung Heidi High long before the Blues Brothers did? Someone else's song. Let's get this thing set up. Unlock the doors, but let's get set up first. Main lights, train power, doors on the right side, and brake key cut in. Because we just want to see this thing go fast, don't we? Surely. Signal lights, let's put headlights on. Let's go and turn on PZB. It's weird to me that you turn on PZB with a valve, but that's okay. Windows. Are we ready to see some longer running? Gotta wait a minute, apparently. Or I'll annoy the root gods. We'll just go slowly till the minute runs out. Am I doing something dumb like driving with the doors open? I think I was, wasn't I? Naughty. But it is a forgiving train. Can I demonstrate how to use shunting control? Any video? Not on this train. But on an American one sometime, sure. Cab Callaway, that's the one. Yes. There we go, time to go, let's rock. Full power. And away we go. So I'm kind of going to ignore the speed limit, and we'll just see how fast the 628 goes. Seems like a plan, doesn't it? Rail Label wants to send me a picture of his cat. There's plenty of cats around here. It's a selection. Lots of 110s lined up for their morning services. I just thought of something. Why did I turn on PZB when I want to see how fast this train goes? $85. Takes a little while to get there, but get there it does. I think we've got full power on, we do. So this thing is essentially a bus on railway wheels. Nudging up to 100 k's now. The official top speed of these is 120. Lexic Dark says I could find out what turning PZB off does when you're running already. I know exactly what it does. Bad things. $110. It is kind of like a passenger bus. It does take a little while to get up and go. This one is quite forgiving when bad things happen though. You just release from it and off you go. There's no complex procedures with this train. 1:14. Why can't I just have a triple header rail label with steam, diesel and electric? Got steam and diesel mixed in WCL now, and we've got diesel and electric mixed in Southeastern High Speed. Thanks to Loco Bundle 2. 115. We're going uphill. No, we're on the flat. So we're almost at its official top speed. Oh, that's sad, SIT. Missed an AWS. Who's driving the train? You want to go drive the train? No? Ladies and gentlemen, I have bad news. I'm not driving the train. I'm going to come sit here with you. There's that creepy looking fella. How you going, folks? Having fun? Anybody know how to drive a train? No? We just passed another one going the other way. 5Ks to go. Still haven't quite hit 120 kilometres an hour. So it's not the fastest train in the world. I've got to say that. I think the 37 on Southeastern High Speed is very welcome handcraft. The SD70 ACE, if you like American freight, sure. And the ICEs will make Castle Wurzburg more colourful. So as you can see, its top speed's not huge. We're still on the slight upgrade. We haven't quite made it to 120 kilometres an hour. So it's like a minty fresh snail. I've set up a time to stream the 37. I'm also waiting to see the new Durango route in Train Sim Classic, Rio Grande. I think that will be really cool, at least I hope it is. There you go, now we can see where we've been. When you're in the cab car, the unpowered car, it is fairly quiet, so you can't hear any engine noise back here, for example. We're supposed to stop. And PZB's smacking me because I didn't get down to 80 Ks. Fortunately with this train, recovery is fairly easy. Bring the train to a stop, release PZB, and off you go. brakes will pump themselves up, and your engine ramps up, and off you go. You can see the train pipe's gotten back up to 5 bar, and the brakes are coming off, and we're starting to move. So this is a really easy train to drive. It's unusual in the German trains. There aren't a million things to do, and it never yells at you. It never goes, "Wham Brang Song," which is a good thing. Yeah, it's nice to have more 375s too, Antcraft, I do have to admit. A 110 about to come flying by. Unlocking the doors. I think I did unlock them, didn't I? You going to unlock the doors, train? Don't you want to unlock doors? Ah, unlock right side doors. And unlock. Well, that one worked. Did eventually get a door open. That's cool. This one doesn't yell Sifa, it just beeps at you. I think, is this the end of this one? No, I'll go and turn Sifa on for you. Excuse me, mate, I need to get into the panel. Can you just shift? No? Yeah, I'll just whack you with a panel then. Sorry for being uncomfortably close and all, but, you know, man's got to work. There we go. We now have Sifa turned on. Should be able to release from monitoring too, if it'll let me. Yes, the ICA deals. Still refusing to let me release. Naughty train. So you should hear Sifa shortly. Just got to watch my speed. So I can't go over 45 until I can release. There we go, there's Sifa. Sifa's now stopping me. And I can acknowledge Sifa. Brakes will come off. And then I can drive again. There they go. So it's a really easy one to reset Sifa from. And in fact, interestingly enough, I'll show you something else with Sifa that I kind of like. Hopefully it's still working, because I think I reported this as a bug. Hopefully it hasn't been fixed. So we'll let Sifa stop the train again. And you'll see just how easy this train is. And because of this feature, assuming it still works, I did, just for the hell of it, an entire run of Niddertalbahn using only Sifa to stop the train. So the only control I used was the Sifa button. There you go, so I'll let it stop me again. Brakes will come on. There we go. So we'll acknowledge Sifa. You notice I haven't touched the throttle. Brakes come off. Train throttles up again and off it goes. It's an automatic train. So as German engines go, this is pretty friendly. A lot of the other ones you'll be poking and pushing buttons and twisting things and playing with knobs and all sorts of things, trying to get it going again. But this one is pleasantly simple to drive. And if you don't want Sifa to actually stop you, you just have to acknowledge it in time. It is a long press for Sifa, so press and hold. When am I going to have a question? On Sunday. I'll do the quiz questions. But anyway, I think that's about it for this first look. I'm quite happy with it. Really, I reckon I've driven a lot more than that, but then again, I swap builds so often, who'd know? For those of you who are wondering why I swap builds, I am allowed to tell you I'm a beta tester, I just can't tell you what I'm testing. Oh yeah, there is one of the things that I should show you. That's Sifa. They do have slightly fuzzy wheels. I'm told there's a patch coming for that. Just disclosure. Cool bananas. Alright, I think we'll leave that there. So I will see people. I hope to see you on Sunday morning at 8:30 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. It's the, Daylight Time, Australian Eastern Daylight Time. It's the last one in Daylight Time. Just let that drive away. See you later, train. Won't get far with Sifa turned on, though. But so I'll see people Sunday morning. We will take Niddertalbahn for a proper run. We'll do some more full services in different weathers and different appearances. No, it's just going to stop. That's fine. Let's just turn the game down so we don't have to listen to that. Sunday morning, quiz. Definitely be a quiz on Niddertalbahn and the Nidder area. Alrighty, how did I get that green coloured name? Which one? As in my name. That's just me. And Ratifa says his second stream on this road this morning, most entertaining. Very cool. And New York, Texas Railroad, thank you. Alright folks, enjoy yourselves. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it is for you. And I hope to see you on Sunday. See you later. Bye now. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I always like to get your feedback in the form of likes and comments because they help me understand what you want. Give the channel a subscribe and click on the tinkly things so you don't miss out on any new stuff. And thanks for your ongoing support. And please, be safe out there.